Today I look like a 1950s housewife, and at first I wasn't totally sure if I was into it, but now I've decided that I am. Today we're going to talk about, you guessed it, hot rollers. Roller sets are blowing up the internet, and I really wish that I was the one who started the trend, but alas, I was not. I have noticed on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere, everyone is talking about Velcro rollers, hot rollers, steam rollers. They are back. They were here, they were gone. We never talked about them forever, and now they are back. They are back with a vengeance. People are loving the roller set life. The cool thing about hot rollers is that you get a really bouncy, fluffy, totally different vibe, totally different look than if you use a curling wand, a curling iron, or another style of hot tool. It really is a very unique tool that creates a very unique look that's almost impossible to duplicate with the other hot tools on the market. The second thing that's really cool about it is that it minimizes heat damage. Hot rollers really are hot, but much less hot than a curling iron or a curling wand. So if you use them regularly, they're much less likely to damage your hair long term than if you use like a wand or an iron every single day. It's a much more gentle way of creating bounce, curl, volume in a hair than the other hot tools are. Truthfully, today was the first time that I wore them, and I wasn't totally sure if it was going to work on my hair because I have a really blunt bob, and things like hot rollers and roller sets in general tend to look a lot better on girls with layered haircuts, and they look amazing on girls with long layered haircuts, as you can see over here. So my blunt, fine bob, I wasn't sure if it was going to work. So follow me to my bathroom as we did this together today, and I had a lot of mixed feelings. My first feeling was, this looks terrible, and then my last feeling was, I look so cool. This is awesome. I'm loving my life right now. So the hot roller that I bought today is by Remington, and I got it on Amazon. The reason I chose it is because it was Amazon Prime and it was going to come the next day, and I wanted to make this video for you. Truthfully, that is the reason, and because I was paying for it, it was not super expensive. I wasn't sure if I was going to love the look on my haircut, so I wanted something that wasn't very expensive, but it proved to perform well. If you want an inexpensive hot roller set, this is a good one. It really does work quite well. So the first thing I did is I subsectioned that very front section out first, the mohawk section. This is what I always do when I'm working with rollers. Now to prep the hair, I sprayed it with a working spray. The one that I used was Sebastian Shaper. This is nice because it gives hold without stick or grit. It's a really good type of hairspray if you want to brush or tousle your hair after setting it. After rolling all of those rollers at the very front back, I moved on to the side. So this back side section I rolled down, but pay attention here, this very front section in front of my face, I like to roll vertically and away from the face. I like how my hair looks when it is moving away from the face at the front. If you want to roll this section down, you can as well. If you want to try rolling it away and just seeing how the set looks, try it. I find that it's more flattering on me in particular. Now when you finish both side sections, move on to the back. I just take that back section under the mohawk section, and again, I take the bigger roller and I roll it down. Then under that, I split it into two because the head is quite wide there. Roll it down on both sides, and then the little baby section at the bottom, I just use a smaller roller and I roll those down as well. Now all you have to do is wait until your hair is completely cool before you take them out, and then take them out and see what you are left with. All right, so as you can see, when I'm taking these out, I'm getting a lot of curl and quite a bit of texture. My hair is textured and is curly, so it does really hold onto shape quite well. And because my hair is short, it's not very heavy. So it's lifting up quite a bit. So at first I kind of wanted to do the middle part thing, but as you can see, it was looking completely ridiculous. So I moved on to a deep side part, and the deep side part really does have a much nicer shape and vibe and gives the hair much more balance. Now, in order to modernize this, I took some texture spray and I sprayed it through my hair. This is just going to give a little bit of a gritty vibe to the hair, give a little bit of lift and separation. and just modernize the look so it's a little bit less fluffy and a little bit more styled. Now let me answer some of your frequently asked questions regarding hot rollers, because the same questions come up again and again. The first question, are hot rollers better than a curling iron? I would not say it's better. I would say that it is completely different. A curling iron is going to give you a very, very different curl than a hot roller. I would say a curling iron is a little bit more versatile because there's different ways that you can wrap your hair around a curling iron to give you different curls, whether that be wave, super tight curls, a beachy curl. A curling iron is more versatile. If I'm gonna reach for one tool and one tool only, it will definitely be a curling iron. Hot rollers are very cool because they minimize heat damage. They create a bouncy, voluminous look. It's a very unique look. It's easy to use, but I wouldn't say that one is better than the other. But if I had to pick one, I would pick a curling iron or a wand over hot rollers for sure. Do you use hot rollers on dry or wet hair? Now, this is a great question, and it's dependent on the end result that you want and the type of hair you have. For me, I have very textured hair, very frizzy hair, very curly hair. I have to blow my hair out first in order to get a nice result with a roller set because I need smooth hair to infuse with volume and to give shape to. If I don't do a blowout before using a roller set, my hair will be very frizzy, and the roller set might even be too strong because my hair will want to form the curls. So it's going to be like a frizzy, puffy mane of curls. If you have very pin straight hair that doesn't hold a curl, if you put your hot rollers in when your hair is lightly damp, not wet, but lightly damp, you might end up getting a nicer result because you'll get something that's longer lasting. Wet sets really are the longest lasting set. So if you want a curl set to last a really, really, really long time and to be very strong in curl pattern and formation, doing your hair when it's wet, letting it dry in its shape, and then releasing it, it really is going to work exceptionally well. But there are pros and cons to it. If you are doing a wet set, it takes time for the hair to dry. And if you take the hair out of the set before it's dry, it's not going to hold, or it's going to hold very minimally. So if you really want to get the best out of a wet set, you need to put your hair in when it's wet, let it dry 100%, and then take it out. For certain hair types that are high in porosity, that can take forever. I have very porous hair. If I put my hair in a roller set and let it dry, it would take me, I'm not kidding you, probably 12 to 16 hours, maybe more, for my hair to dry when it's all coiled up. My hair tries to hold on to moisture. It is porous. So a wet set for me is just not a realistic set. If your hair tends to dry quickly and your hair is pin straight, super fine, and you want the set to last longer, doing a roller set on damp hair is going to be a great option for you. Just make sure that your hair is totally dry before you take them out. A little tip I have for you if you want to speed up the drying process is you can take your diffuser, you can use high heat, low speed so that you don't blow the rollers around everywhere, and you can dry the hair with a diffuser that way. Let everything cool down and then take it out. That's a great way to get a wet set that doesn't take forever to dry and something that's going to hold really well throughout many, many days. How long should hot rollers stay in your hair? Again, this is a question that can be personalized depending on hair type, hair texture, and result, what you want your hair to look like, if your hair tends to hold curl well or not at all. The key thing I want to say, and this is something that I say all the time on this channel, is that hair is malleable when it's hot, it sets its shape when it's cool. So if you want your hair to do something, you want to do it when it's hot, but you want to leave it in that position until it's 100% cool before you change it so that it has a chance to hold and set its shape. So for me, for example, I put my hot rollers in because my hair is naturally curly. It really wants to curl. So it cooled down in about 10 minutes. Within 15 minutes, I was able to take it out without any problems, with lots of wave and curl. And I mean, my hair will stay like this all day. If you have fine hair that doesn't hold a curl, make sure to put it in, when your rollers are hot, like I always say, and then wait 30 minutes so that your hair really has a chance to 100% cool down before you take them out. The longer you leave it in, to a degree, the more bounce and shape you will have. Obviously 30 minutes or 3 hours will probably give you the same result, but 10 minutes or 30 minutes may give you a different result. 10 minutes might make your curls drop faster, whereas 30 minutes might give you a bouncier, tighter curl overall. If you guys have any more questions about hot rollers, if there's something else that came up that you're like, I want to know about that, leave it in the comment section, because I really do take the time to respond to as many of them as I can. If you want to know more about Velcro rollers, about placement, about how it looks before and after end result, then definitely check out this video next. This is a really good one. I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.